Excited to be joined by our good friend Courtney Mims, who joins us from Little Rock. We were just talking off the air. There's some local connections for you guys in this year's Super Bowl, and I heard you got a chance to catch up with Hunter Henry's old coach.
Oh, yeah, and Kevin Kelly, a famous high school football coach here in Little Rock. And so he came into our studios and he was talking about how he's a big Patriots fan in general because he has connections with Bill Belichick and the organization. So he is a big Patriots fan. But he is just, I mean, the whole town, you might as well. I mean, I've noticed people going, go Pats, go Pats. And I'm going, you're not a Patriots fan, but they are because of Hunter Henry.
Yeah.
Seriously, they just love this guy. He's a Little Rock native. He grew up here, went to Pulaski Academy, played for Kevin Kelly over there at Pulaski Academy. Then you want to talk about Arkansas kid through and through. He didn't want to look at anywhere else for college. I mean, Nick Saban was recruiting him. And one of the teachers told us today, she went over to Nick Saban. She said, you're wasting your time by being here, you know. And he went, what? And she goes, you're wasting your time. Hunter Henry is all hog. Trust me. You're wasting your time. And and she was right. I mean, he went to Arkansas, won the Mackey Award. I mean, just a fabulous tight end at the collegiate level. And now a fabulous, one of the best tight ends in the NFL.
You're
I mean,
absolutely
crazy.
right. You're absolutely right. That was phenomenal insight. I knew you was a highly recruited guy, but going to Arkansas through and through, staying true, and now also staying true to his roots there. And I selfishly hope that he brings back a Super Bowl championship trophy to the good people over there in Little Rock. Let's talk some basketball now. I know it threw you a curveball there with football, but you knocked it out of the park as you always do. Some basketball now. This is an Arkansas team that comes into this week's game against Mississippi State. I feel like they are a team, in my opinion, that if there's one team that feels to me, correct me if I'm wrong, feels to me that you know kind of who they are, it's this Arkansas team. I feel like everybody else has some questions, Florida included, but I feel like Arkansas kind of knows who they are. What say you going into this matchup with the Bulldogs?
Yeah, they certainly know what works for them, right, guys? And that is offense. Their offense is so good. And when it's clicking, it's really hard to beat this Arkansas team, right? Defensively, they have some questions. That's where they've struggled. But what's been hiding their defensive issues is because their offense has been so good. What we saw against this in this Kentucky game, right, is Kentucky took advantage of some of the weaknesses, right? And they turned around, they said, okay, Arkansas does really well in transition. That's one of their things, that's their bread and butter this year, is that they like to get out in transition, make it a track meet, make it a fast-paced game, and score a lot of fast break points, right? Well, Kentucky said, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to slow the game down. We're going to control the tempo from the jump, and we're going to make you uncomfortable early on, similar to what Georgia did in that game there. So Arkansas, while yes, they have an identity, they do. If you know that identity, you have ways to beat them. So it makes me a little nervous, Gerhard, because going forward, I want to see this Arkansas team get uncomfortable. I do. I like when they get uncomfortable because it's almost like they have to figure it out, right? Yeah. Against Oklahoma, they did that, right? What did Oklahoma do? They took away one of their strengths offensively. It wasn't fast break points, but it was shooting from the three, right? Arkansas is one of the better teams in the country and in the SEC at shooting the three. Oklahoma said, nah, we're not going to let you shoot the three. Well, they were able to overcome that on the road and still take down Oklahoma. I get it's an Oklahoma team that's struggling, but Kentucky did a similar thing. They said, okay, we're going to take away your strength in transition, but we're also going to take away your strength at shooting threes. Arkansas last week, guys, 5-31 from beyond the arc.
Wow, I just kept chucking.
Yeah, they weren't hitting anything. And this is where Coach Cal gets frustrated, right? This is where Coach Cal goes in the press conference.
Bag of tricks.
The bag of tricks. You have a bag of tricks. Why are you shooting the three, man? Well, because I'm really good at shooting three. No, you're really good at driving inside and getting a bucket to go as well. Sometimes a two, just as good as a three. If you get more twos, I like it much more than going 0 for 4 from the three. So again, I got a little passionate there, but I feel where he's coming from. They have talent on this team. They just got to remember that.
Well, I will say this, and Gerhard's not going to like that I'm actually saying this, but he's basically preying on Darius Acuff's downfall right
Not
now.
necessarily.
No.
Not
I knew you were going
necessarily.
to backtrack a little bit because in our overreactions yesterday, he said that Nate Amon in this late stretch that he's been on is going to beat out Darius Acuff for SEC Freshman of the Year. That is hater territory right there.
All right, so let me explain. In the graphic, he's right. In the graphic, I put move over Acuff, Nate Ament, SEC Freshman of the Year, and the reason why Ament's been on a heater. Darius Acuff has been great all season long.
He just lost everyone.
He's been on a heater though. I mean, I just
Yeah, but
they're also called overreactions for a reason.
Gerhard, can I ask you a question?
Okay, always.
Questions are always
how many Freshman of the Week awards has Ament won this year?
One?
Yeah.
There's no way he didn't win it 2 weeks ago. I don't know if he did. I thought he won it 2 weeks ago when he had that career high 29.
I think he won SEC Player of the Week.
Yeah.
He was a co-player of the week, I think.
But I guess
Because
that
Darius
does
Acuff
true.
won it that week. So Darius Acuff, let me just, for everybody at home who's counting, he's won it 6 times this year.
Yeah.
6 times SEC Freshman of the Week. That has only been done how many times in history? Anybody on the show?
Ooh.
Only 5 other times in history has that happened.
Yeah. And this is a long history because you think of all the Kentucky freshmen that have played well, the Bama people back in the day that have played well. I mean,
two Alabama players.
Yeah, Brandon Miller,
have done
maybe
it.
Colin Sexton.
I don't
were they
think
recent?
No, they were more recent than that. So, but I think it's 2 Alabama players, a Florida player. I gotta go look, but
Anthony Davis has to be on that list.
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, see, that team was kind
you
of.
guys have got me curious.
The thing is, like that team was so balanced, so maybe they almost like took votes away from each other.
Yeah,
you know
but
what I mean?
he made the Olympic team when he was still in college.
True.
All right, I got it.
All right, here we go.
I got it. All right. Okay, James Robinson at Alabama.
Okay.
Brandon Knight at Kentucky.
Okay.
Bradley Beal at Florida.
Bradley Beal. I should.
Jabari Smith.
Yeah,
at
Jabari.
Auburn. And then Brandon Miller.
Brandon Miller.
Alabama.
So I said Brandon Miller. I thought Brandon Miller or Colin Sexton would be one of them. But I remember
guess
Miller.
They were so balanced.
Yeah. Well, see, I just remember that team. I think Michael K. Gilchrist is on that team, and there were a lot of those guys that played for Calipari, who were at Kentucky, and so this is the first time that a freshman has really just kind of single-handedly exploded under Cal.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, there's only been, you want to talk about Amen. I get it. But the awards speak for themselves right there. The history in the making. If he wins it another time this season, that is a SEC record. No one will have done that before.
So you dropped this.
So
I will say, in my very meager defense, because I am taking L's on this one, in my very meager defense, they are called overreactions. So I have to come up with something. And I was just, I was riding high. He had 29 a couple weeks ago. He had 28 in the last game. I was like, you know what? I might make a run for this thing.
I'm not trying to dog on you, man. I get it. He is on a heater, and Acuff, I say he struggled against Kentucky guys. He still had like 22 points.
Right.
He struggled against Kentucky. Still dropped 22. It's fine.
Big one there. And also Acuff, not just scoring, he's also leading the SEC in assists right now. So it's like he's playing unselfishly. Of all of the guys that are the leaders on the court, because I know Cal, he kind of wants everybody to be a leader, but of all the guys that are leaders on the court that you have seen from November to this point, with the biggest growth in their game that could help out Acuff, who would that guy be?
Well, Malik Thomas has been certainly fabulous, and I know Cal has changed around the starting lineup a little bit and popped Malik Thomas in there, and I think that's really helped the team out. I think they needed that, and DJ Wagner coming off the bench, I like that dynamic, and I've talked about that on this show before. But the guard play right now it's what's really clicking for Arkansas, right? What they need to start clicking is the front court, right? And you talk about someone to complement Acuff. I'm gonna go kind of weird here a little bit. Like I have nothing bad to say about the backcourt, but I need Carter Knox to step up for this team. He cannot have at the end of the night when I looked at the stat sheet and he has 0 points and you're going, oh my gosh, he didn't what? But when he is playing well and you go look at the complex stats and you go, whoa, when Carter Knox is playing well, this team is so good. When he's playing poorly, it doesn't matter how Acuff plays. This team struggles. And so there's a reason why Cal gets in these press conferences and he goes, our team really starts with, we really need Carter Knox to step up. We really need him playing. He's gone over to him and he's gone, I need you playing for us. We cannot win without you. And that's no hate to anybody else on the team. He's just being honest there. They need him to play well. They need Nick Pringle to play well. When he has 0 points on the stat sheet at the end of the game, I'm going, man, now you got a big 0 from Carter and a big 0 from Nick, and you're not shooting well from the 3. What are you doing?
Hard to overcome.
So that's a problem. So when you talk about who to complement Acuff, really what I'd like to see is Carter Knox be more of a factor on that floor when Acuff is there as well, because I think they can click a lot better when he's playing his best. But then at the same time, Billy Richmond comes in, right? And Billy Richmond is just a spark plug of energy, kind of like me. He comes in and he's just giving 100. He is. That's why we get along so well. He gives like 140%, and you're like, what is this? Where does this kid come from? But when he's playing so well, it's hard for Cal to take him out of the game.
Right.
So then he takes minutes from Carter, and then it's a ripple effect. So I think right now Cal is trying to figure out, he has one key thing to figure out about this team, and it's, how do I get all of these guys to be playing on the same level, right? I can't just have one be bad and the other be good, and one be bad and the other be good. Because that Jekyll and Hyde that they're getting out of the entire lineup right now is what's hurting this team.
Right, and you can't do that in March. All right, crystal ball time. Need you to look into that crystal ball. Both of these games, in my opinion, winnable games. I think they'll win this week. I think they'll win at LSU. But they're 2-3 on the road. Is there any cause for concern because they haven't been playing well on the road and now they have to go 2 straight to Starkville and to Baton Rouge?
Yeah, I think there is a lot of concern. And guys, when we talk about being on the road in the SEC, especially I feel like Arkansas has run into so many teams that are just desperate for a win, right? It's just like, oh my gosh, we just need this win so badly. And Mississippi State is in that boat right now. They really badly could use a win. And I know Christian's squad, he has talent on that team. They're just so badly going, please, please, please. Arkansas is a perfect opponent to come in and say, all right, we get a win over Arkansas.
Yeah.
That's going to help us in the net. That's going to make us our schedule look a lot better. So Arkansas runs into these teams when it's like they're playing just with nothing to lose almost. They're just like, we got to leave it all out there. And so I think that's one concern. Another concern is being on the road with this Arkansas team because we have seen it before. They have struggled, right? But I do think with that Oklahoma win, right, on the road, and that was a good environment. Don't get me wrong. That was a great environment. Y'all know they were giving away free tickets and like they were doing free beer, $2 beer, $2 popcorn. It was the people in Oklahoma said it was one of the craziest environments they've ever seen.
Yeah.
So, and I said, well, that's good. That's great for them. But Arkansas went to that environment, still got a W, even though they did not play their best offensively. So I think they have, we have some confidence. We know we can do it. Now we just got to go to Starkville and do that. That's another part of the equation. They've got to start fast, y'all.
Yeah.
They have to. When they're on the road and they get in a hole, against any team this season, even at home, if they get in a hole, that's when you start to break down this Arkansas team. And Coach Cal knows that if they can start fast, they can start on their terms with their tempo, they're going to get a win.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Courtney. You are the absolute best, and we will see you soon. Rooting once again for you, for Hunter Henry, for the entire Little Rock community.
But he won't root for Acuff.
Yeah, you won't root for Acuff, but we're rooting for Hunter Henry. What's going on? What's going on?
Well,
what's going on?
We'll talk next week when Nate Amon is the SEC Freshman of the Week. First one.
Crystal ball.
Yeah, there's Gerhard's crystal ball.
Yeah, my crystal ball doesn't work as well. It's a little foggy. Thank you. Thanks, friend.
Thanks, guys.